Okay, beautiful people, how are you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, if you want to move to Spain in 2026, okay, this is the video you need. Now, I'm going to be talking to you based on my knowledge and my research as a study abroad expert, and I want to tell you that it is not going to be easy because I see some people, they are already giving up. Some people are like, Milton, I cannot apply to 3 schools. Now, before I say this, before I continue with the information, like before I continue to spread the material, or before we continue with the Spain video or study abroad in Spain, I want to draw your attention to something. Guys, look, if you are in a particular location in Bongo, right? I mean, where you live, if you look at yourself for the past 3 years and you see that things have not been going well with you and you are actually hustling, I will advise you to change accommodation, especially, or change location or change accommodation, especially if you rent. Change location. I'm telling you this from experience. There was a place I lived in Cameroon for almost close to 3 years, around 2020, 2022, 2023, like that. But when I changed that location, that was where things started. If you are an international student and you intend to study in Spain in 2026, these are some of the things that you need to know. One, I would like you to understand that in Spain, most of the programs are not in English language. Okay, Spain is a country that is very welcoming, but you should understand that Spain is not a country where you are going to find a lot of English programs. Don't mind me, it's winter here now. So if you don't cover yourself like this, it's a problem. So if you are looking for programs to study in Spain, I would like you to always remember that it is going to be hard to find English programs. Even at that, there are so many universities in Spain that offer English programs, like you have Autonomous University in Barcelona, and so many of them, University of Sevilla, University of Malaga. But most of these institutions, they do not have programs in English language. So my advice to you is advice number one. While you are looking, I'm going to put a link below that will take you to a particular website where you can search bachelor's programs in Spain, master's programs in Spain, right? But while looking at these programs, remember, some of them will have maybe 80% taught programs in Spanish and others 20%. In that case, you cannot take such a program because you do not understand Spanish. But some of them will also have like 90% English. But if you can maybe learn Spanish for some few months, you can understand. But I will advise from my experience, okay, foreign languages are not easy. Take a program that is 100% in English, taught in English. Now, you are not going to find most of these programs in maybe your normal Spanish universities on this website because it's a general website for studies in Spain, right? But you can always search individual schools from Google. Now, you should also capitalize on private institutions. Now, another thing you should note is that while looking for Spain, because Spain is somehow flexible now, when looking at tuition, most of these European countries, they charge a lot of money, but Spain, they do not charge that much. You can study in a Spanish public university for 1,500, 2,000, but the problem is the language. And in that case, you will face difficulties at the embassy. So if you have a chance to actually maybe apply for a private university, I will advise you to take it. Okay, if you apply for a private school, then it is your advantage because the program will be taught in English. The only disadvantage you will have is that probably you may have a higher tuition, but most of these private institutions, sometimes they do offer installment payment. Some will say, okay, pay maybe 50% before of the total amount. I'm talking from experience, right? Because there is somebody who just applied for her visa. I'm going to update you guys on what is going to happen after we get the results. In Cameroon, this is for Cameroonians. Now, some will say pay 50%. Some will say maybe, let's say the school is charging you like 7,000, 6,000. Okay, don't apply for schools that charge more than 8,000. I'm going to tell you why. Some will say, okay, pay us maybe 4,000 euros instead of the 7,500 or 8,000 before you apply for visa. Then when you get to Spain, you pay the balance. Take an institution like that would teach completely in English. Is better. And when you also go to the Spanish embassy's website to apply for visa, remember, you are going to see the different categories. Okay, always read that website very well because private people going into private schools, they also have a place where they are going to book an appointment. Then those going to public universities, they also have a website, or not a website, it's a general website, but they are divided into sections, right? So that is what you should do. Do not go to that website and fumble. Always read instructions very well. I've realized most people do not read. I mean what I'm saying. Most of us do not want to read, and we do not want to go through websites. Even at that, as I'm doing my best to make sure that most of us join me here, but we are still not doing our part. Now, let's talk about the admissions. The time is now to start looking at Spanish universities, okay, those that you are going to go in, because probably around January, February, March, most of them will be open, and around April, most will be closed. So if you really want to move to Spain next year, like I said, capitalize on this now. And before you even start looking at this, ask yourself, can I have admissions? And then not admissions, because basically if you put in energy and your documents are okay, you can get admissions. Ask yourself, can I get appointments for visa application? Any country you are trying to apply to, ask yourself this question. This video is basically for Spain. Now, let me say something again, because I'm just ranting here. Those of you who do not have up to advanced level certificate in Cameroon and up to a baccalaureate certificate, it is going to be hard for you to get a bachelor's programs abroad. This is facts I'm telling you. Those people lying to you will not tell you, but I'm going to tell you the truth. It's going to be difficult. Then if you want to go into a master's program in most of these European countries, you have to get a bachelor's degree. HND is not accepted in most schools in Europe. That's the fact. Okay, some of you have ND, right? Then some have HND. It's not going to work. If you like, you combine all of them. Some schools will not accept. I'm just telling you this. Again, reach out to the institution and ask them if it's possible, right? It's not Milton that will determine, because I do not work with any school. All right, this information is basically for immigration purposes, education purposes. Now, for Spain again, please remember, if you apply for your visa late, when you are applying for some of these schools, always read their website well. Some of them will have policies, refund policies, I mean, in case your visa is rejected. Let's say if they say, okay, our tuition is 7,000, you are paying 4,000 to come in, then after that, you pay the rest. But if you do not get the visa, we are going to refund you. But before they refund you, there is always a policy. Okay, so read the policy very well, ask questions to the university, read the website very well, and understand that some of them will have policies like if you apply for your visa late and it gets rejected, you will not get your money back, or maybe you can get maybe small of it. Ask the school. Some will be like, okay, if you use fake documents, because the embassy will give you a rejection. They will, if they give you a rejection, they will give you a reason. Hopefully, your visa will be approved. They will give you a reason. So it will now depends. One of the things is late application, fake documents, and less proof of funds. So focus on it. Proof of funds, as I'm talking to you now, is 8,400 for one individual. You can move with family, and it also depends on you and your budget. Please pay attention to your bank statement. The fact that your brother lives in America does not mean that you are just going to take his bank statement of $50,000 and then you show to the Spanish embassy. They will never give you a visa, because they know already the trick you are trying to use. Build your own bank statement now. If you don't have an account, start building one now. I'm saying this like a joke. At the end of the day, some people will still tell us, oh, we didn't have it. Please go get an account and start building it now if you want to move abroad. Pay attention to some of these countries. They do not take bank statement. Some you will have to put the bank statement. It will have to show. You will have to show your own bank statement. Others you will have to. You can use a sponsor. Others you will use a blocked account. Pay attention. There are a lot of videos on this channel to guide you on everything. If you think you cannot do the process yourself, reach out to people who can do it. Milton is not the only one doing all this education content. Go to people you think you can believe in, you can trust them. Then also, if you need a call with me, you don't understand anything, the best thing to do is to book a call with me, because my schedule is so crazy. I've been doing this thing for 4 years. Another thing before I forget for Spain, do not take a program that is not up to a year. I see some of you, you will be like, Milton, I want to go for language program. Those language programs, the visa they will give you cannot work. Secondly, when you finish that program, you will have to convert it again to a different program, which will entails you to go to school. So you have to know this. Don't just follow people because the program is cheap, because they think that visa is easy. Nothing is easy, guys. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Put in hard work and you are going to get results. Start on time. There is a video I did few days. If you check the video, it's not been long. I did about Italy. Some people are complaining the tuition fee is 156 euros. You have not applied. Some of you are saying, oh, Italy is not a good place. But trust me, when it will be March, April, that is when you will understand all these things I'm doing. Because, like I said, some of you do not have money to go to bigger places like Netherlands, Denmark, Sweden, all those places. They are expensive. Like the Netherlands, for you to come here for masters, you need at least 26,000 euros or more. Okay, and it depends too on the program and the university. Now, if you do not have that money, I mean physical cash, because you have to do blocks account. So that is why I'm dropping this video for Spain. Please listen to all this information. There are changes now. I'm going to talk about Portugal, Finland, Norway, and all the other countries. Then I will bring the latest info about proof of funds. Again, before I go, remember that opportunities won't wait for you. If you do not have IELTS and the country you want to go to is asking for IELTS, take the exam now. I have people who are currently taking. Someone took yesterday, and again, study hard, and trust me, you are going to make it. So it is that simple. Spain also is very rigorous to process the application. I mean, everything involved, from admissions to preparation of documents to legalization to notification and all of that. Some of you are telling me, oh, Milton, there is something there called homologation. Homologation is basically the process of legalization, both ministries and the Spanish embassy. Okay, so it's not a different process. It's just that this one, you are doing it physically. Don't do it online, otherwise it's going to delay you. But again, it doesn't take that easy. It's not easy. It takes a lot of time, because you have to do it for almost all your documents, front and back. From ministries, you go to the Spanish embassy, and the Spanish embassy does not have direct access. You have to go through lawyers. I hope you understand. Anyways, it depends on where you are coming from. Nigerians, they have a different procedure. And for you in Nigeria, please remember, you guys are 200 million people. So don't expect to have 200 million people is already how many times? Cameroon is, let's just say 30 million. So you are going to take Cameroon close to, it's going to take about 6 times of Cameroon population to get 200 million. So you need to now understand that if a Cameroonian is getting appointment in March, you should be looking for appointment in November, December, January, February latest. I hope you understand. This is for my loyal people in Nigeria. And I want to see you guys in Europe. That's why I'm always here. I will share more videos. Of course, I've done a lot about scholarships available, universities in France and other places. But again, if you want to move to Spain, please grab the opportunity and run. Especially for the youth, you already saw what is happening in Cameroon. You already see what is happening in your own country. This is for the youth, people who are struggling, broke community, people from the broke community. Please grab opportunities and jackpot, because trust me, when you jackpot, you are going to spend money, you are going to spend resources. It will be hard when you get in here. The first year, second year, third year, for you to finish school, it will be hard. Like for me, it's hard now. But when you finish school, try and get your real papers. And after you get the papers and you get a full-time job, that's when you will live your life. There is no shortcut to this. Do it legally, and trust me, you are going to get results. This is all I can say. We meet again in another one. Bye-bye.